Friday night, the lights are low. The butcher and Open putting on a show. Kodi and Plex, yeah, they break it down. Cutting those cords, saving cash all around. Tech news rolling, keeping it bright. They'll guide you through the streaming fight. Smoothing the flow, no buffering in sight. The butcher and Open, they're the stars tonight. Streaming matters, oh can't you see? Tune in every week and set your mind free. Protect your neck from the dangers out there. Drink up every time they mention Plex if you dare. So grab your remote and crank it up loud. Join the chat, be part of the crowd. From tech to news, they'll take you through the latest and greatest, just for you. Cord cutting heroes, they're leading the charge. Ditch the cable, go big, go large. Latest tech news, they're keeping you in line. Smooth streaming dreams, feel that moment shine. Streaming matters every Friday night. Butcher and Open, making it right. Plex in your glass, let the good times flow. Because streaming matters is your favorite show. Streaming matters, oh can't you see?
And live. What's up, gentlemen? Gentlemen, how are we doing today?
Good. How are you, Todd?
I'm doing okay. Just dealing with, I guess, what most of the world's dealing with, these nasty colds and trying to hold everybody back. And yeah, here's my first cold of the season. So,
oh my God, he's drinking water.
yeah, I am. I'm telling you.
Here we go again. He's sober on the show, so be prepared for all the fuck ups and mistakes.
Oh yeah,
like last week when he was sober.
Yeah, and I said Black Lightning when I should have been the Quicksilver. But yeah, I'm all over the place. I got having all kinds of issues. Yeah, usually I do better if I'm got a little bit of a buzz on me. I tend to hold my shit together a little quicker. But it is what it is. You guys got me. Glad everyone's here. Roger, welcome back. I know that you were under the weather last week, so
yes, sir.
Glad to hear that you're back and going.
Glad to be back. Let's
let's
do some tech stuff.
Yeah, let's hurt people's feelings about some of the bullshit tech that's coming out.
Yeah.
And how more of these companies are going to reach in your pocket because it's going to get more and more difficult. Hi to everybody over on the side chat. I throw your names up there. Be sure to say hi. Throw a comment over on the side. Welcome. We're glad to have you here. It's an honor to have you guys watching us live, taking time out of your Friday night to hang out with us and to hear us rattle on, or I should say maybe hear me rattle on. All right, so we'll go ahead and jump right in because what's up?
Eddie.
Yeah, Eddie. Thoughts out to Eddie. Eddie was going to be here tonight, but again, another person under the weather, dealing with some not feeling well. So thoughts and our prayers out to our man Eddie. Hopefully he'll get to be feeling better quickly. Yeah, it's everybody. It seems like there's so many people I know right now are sick. I mean, it's
maybe you're giving it to all of them. You're the carrier.
Yeah,
I am Todd.
I'm. What are that? What's it? Specimen
Patient
1.
zero.
Yeah, patient zero. No. I've avoided it all year. I've avoided being sick all year long, and even being around those little snot-nosed kids and their germs. But yeah, it kind of caught me this week. But we'll be all right. We'll be all right.
You got to let them know they got to stay home.
Well, I'll tell you, you wouldn't believe how much hand sanitizer I use when I'm at work. You're dealing with these kids, girl. I'm like, okay, I'm done helping him. I'm over
come
here.
on,
Grab my hand sanitizer.
I could have been a real scumbag when I was a kid growing up, because like that bottle of hand sanitizer you're using, that's where you're gonna catch it from. I'll be walking in
I peed in it.
sitting in it. Yup.
You guys are wrong. You guys are just
come on. You
wrong.
Remember what it was like for us growing up? Come on.
Oh, I remember.
We were a different class. You know what I mean?
Yes. Oh, I remember. But I don't know. I wasn't doing super crazy thing. But let's go ahead and get cranky, because we're gonna have to cut it. We can't be running late today because got Tough Man running tonight. So we may want to be out a little bit early, especially with the panel a little light. Not tons and tons of topics. So we may be running a little bit early and finish the show up a little bit. Let me get my tabs going here and share my screen. Do. All right. And allow. All right. So is that showing for you, boys? Yeah. Yep. All right.
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you. So let's go with the Kodi news that we have. One of the things, and me being sober last week in making the mistake of saying Black Lightning Head added CoCo scrapers. I was incorrect. It was Quicksilver add-on, which is in the same repository, has added CoCo scrapers. And I have done, I've used it more this past week to just test some things to see how it ran. And it ran really well. So if you're a person that likes to have the one clicks, but also wants to use CoCo scrapers, because anybody using Fen or Umbrella, you don't really have any one clicks. You're either, you're just using the CoCo scrapers. Quicksilver has added the CoCo scrapers into it. You will need to go into the settings, and I might need to post some pictures in, because I really can't show them on here because I get in trouble by YouTube when I show some of the add-ons inside it. But so basically go into the settings, and I want to say it's under accounts, and you can actually go to Open Resolver, and you can change it to CoCo scrapers instead of using its normal scrapers. So it does a really good job. I mean, it scrapes within, I'd say when I was doing some movies, it was 5 seconds, 6 seconds that I would get results. And then clicking on the link, it was resolved pretty quick. So if you're a person that wants to check out Black Lightning, or excuse me, I said it again. Quicksilver has added the CoCo scraper.
I can say something,
Yeah, I guess I keep saying the wrong thing. So that
old age, ladies and gentlemen, old age.
Yeah,
I think he wants like Black Lightning to work for him or something,
No, I'm looking for my kickback. Another tidbit that I didn't mention it to you guys, and I'm not sure if you guys saw me post in Streaming Matters room. I've talked about Umbrella was adding Simcoe over, we've talked about that for 3 weeks or whatever that we talked about that the developer was working on that. Had released the Umbrella developer released it to everybody, so it wasn't just in beta anymore. It was actually released full version. The next day, Simcoe asked the developer to go back and to make even more changes because of whatever that they didn't want the stress on their servers or whatever. And some of the changes were going to involve him to have to not change one or two things, but to have to really go back and change how the whole process works and how it did a lot of the things behind the scenes in the add-on itself. So it was live for a day, and then he reverted it back to not have it because he just felt it was going to be too much work to basically rewrite it again. So he spent 3 weeks writing the additions to have Simcoe added into the add-on. then to get notice that it needed to be changed again to meet the requirements that they wanted to keep it from hammering the servers. And he just said, you know what, I can't go back and rewrite the whole thing again. So if you're using Umbrella and you're wondering why the Simple stuff is no longer there, that's the reason. Not really sure if it will be introduced back into it. I would not say that's a very good chance. But yeah, so it's a point of that, the people are doing work, and he's been on the show and he was talking about how much time it was taking, how code and this and that, and then to do all that work and then to find out, well, that's not exactly what we're wanting. We're wanting you to change some things. And he's like, this is for free. I mean, he's not getting paid to do any of this stuff. And so he's like, you know what? I don't have the patience or the interest to go back and to redo it again. So it's gone. So if you ask about that, or you're wondering why the settings are now removed out of Umbrella, that is why. So it lasted a day. So that was I forgot to put that in for you guys, Alvin. That was one of the things that just dawned on me. So most everything else seems to be doing okay. I can't say that I've remembered any other issues that we're having right now. I would say I saw that Captain America, wasn't it Captain America, dropped yesterday. So
Boy, it's bad.
Well, we're gonna get a chance. We're gonna get a shot. See what happens. But a good copy throw that out. So
Yeah.
if you're a person that's looking, you may want to look around and find the decent copies of that. I thought I posted on here about the torrent freak stuff, and I'm not going to go item by item, but I thought I would just hit on a couple topics that I thought may be interest to us. So one of the things that dropped today was the government seizing more sites. These targets were including Ace Streams. So anybody that has done the Ace Streams is a torrenting application that can play live streams, which most times we think of torrenting, we think of that as Debrid type services or other things like that. But Ace Streams, you can use torrents that are for live streams. So a lot of these they've went and targeted after the Ace Streams, buff streams, and a number of other domains. So if you have been using some live sports add-ons or URLs or links inside of an add-on, and you're wondering why, hey, all of a sudden this is not working, it may be because some of these things have been taken down and removed. So another big chunk of things removed.
Yeah, the interesting thing is that all the ones, and it's a very extensive list of the domains that were blocked, and they were all registered by one person. So it wasn't a bunch of individuals. It was basically all those domains that were blocked were registered by one person. So I was looking through, because there's a fallback website every once in a while when people were going football season. Oh, I can't find this game. Yeah, Kodi, I would pop in a link to it off a website, and some of the addresses I recognize. So it'll be interesting as things come more live. Like you said, Buff Streams was a big one.
Yep.
And some of the other ones. So I'm just curious. I want to see next time something is live is coming on to see how much of that is affected.
Yeah. Well, and with this, was it Raja Direct? I mean, you can go all the way back to Sports Devil.
Oh yeah.
That's been around.
Yeah.
And, I mean, now this is under
the ball
AP,
guy with the black
tee
kicking a soccer ball. There he goes. Back in the old Sports Devil days, that was one of the go-to sites.
And that was the URL, but they changed the domain to the APP.
Yeah.
So we're seeing a lot of those, and these lists are just growing constantly. So you have to be flexible, being willing to roll with things. But if you may find there's some hiccups that are going to happen inside of some of your add-ons.
Always got to have a backup, no matter what you're doing.
Yep.
Got to have a backup.
This topic here, there is some legislation that's going through the U.S. Congress I think we talked about a couple of weeks ago about DNS blocking in Cloudflare blocks, and so that's legislation is still moving forward. You're having a few companies argue about when they do these wide blocks, because sometimes when we've seen it's been reported on in France and when Italy, some of their site blocking, they're some of the most aggressive site blocking countries, that there's innocent URLs that are being that kind of fall and get blocked when they're not even doing anything wrong because of, for whatever, somebody's made a mistake, typed something in incorrectly. So just hold tight. We don't know where that's all going to play, but again, this is going to move forward more and more. I do think for most of us, VPNs are going to be necessary. Maybe even using different DNS servers because they seem to be going after Google and after Cloudflare pretty strong. So we may need to make some adjustments. So this is just information to you guys, because I look at these things and to try to look down the road where this may go and how it may affect us. So we may see another one. This is Z Library. Roger, I don't know if you're much of a reader. On the panel, you'd be one of the few. You would be the person I would guess that's the reader between the other three of us. But Z Library got shut down and the bot was closed on Telegram. So, and it was funny because the wife uses this. She's used Z Library for years. Used Z Library, and it was
a great way to get
down before. I thought they would shut down like
the website was shut down.
Oh, okay.
But then Telegram still had kind of like a backdoor bot and stuff. Go ahead, Roger.
I mean, it was the best place to get books.
Yeah. And pretty easy, and its library was humongous.
Yeah.
So it was funny. So I said to her that I think I saw this on earlier this week, maybe Tuesday. And I said, "Oh, Z Library shut down the Telegram group." She goes, "No, I'm in the Telegram group." So she has her phone and she looked at Telegram and she goes, "No, it's right here. I can see it's working." I'm like, "Oh." I said, "Well, like refresh and see what happens." And as soon as she did that, this channel has been shut down.
Yeah.
She goes, and the bots and all that. So if you're a person that was using the Z Library on Telegram, that is now gone. You can expect it not to return. So again, got to adapt.
Have you guys thought about, these users that we have that, aren't the brightest, that we, hold in hand for a lot of stuff? Have you thought about them trying to use a VPN?
Oh, I walk them through it all the time already.
Okay.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's
most of them don't want to pay.
Right.
Most of those people are like, "Oh, I'm not paying for that." Okay.
Okay. Then your shit ain't gonna work.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. So and most of those people are, we fought with them back when we talked about RD.
Yeah.
Right.
Remember, we would argue with them about it. And they're,
Right.
I went for free.
Yeah, I got downloader codes for most of the main softwares, private internet access, Nord, that Victoria. Or
Never heard of that one. I mean, I use Nord.
Victory, actually, I think.
Victory.
It's a free one.
Oh.
It sucks, but it's better than nothing.
I'll be honest with you, and I don't know if you guys have experience in Beach, and maybe you use a shield on a regular basis and use a VPN. Do some speed tests, because I know you have really, really good speed on when you're connected to Nord, right? Because you're like, oh, my speed's freaking outrageous. Well, whenever I'm using my shield or even a Fire Stick or this or that, and I go to Nord, my speed is crap. Now, if I use my computer, it's fine. But I think it's because Android having to handle that encryption or whatever like I'll drop to 40 megs in it. I mean my internet speed is around on the Wi-Fi, it's about 600 on a regular on the main floor. But when I turn my VPN on my Shield, I'm going to drop down to 40 or 50.
Yeah.
So Beach later on give it a try. Yeah, because I know you on the computer. It's outrageous.
We showed you that in big screen.
Yeah.
Because it's VPNs kill your speed. I'm like, no, they don't. I said, watch this. So you and Jason were sitting there. I think Bob was in the room too. Yeah. Here you go. Click. Still getting freaking 800 down, 800 up on a VPN. So I'm like, problems? I don't have problems.
But I just wonder. I think it's the Android operating system having to try to do it. And I don't know. We got to test. We'll have to do some tests to see. To see, to get not just me testing, but testing at different locations on different devices. But I'm finding that whenever I turn on a VPN on even a Fire Stick Max or a Cube, I actually saw it on a Cube and it was like 40 and 50. I'm like 40 or 50, and this is people that got 800 down or 900 down. So so it's just, if you're using a VPN, you may be seeing, if you're using an Android device, you may see a huge drop in your speed. And even if you change locations, it still seems to be a problem. So we'll do some tests and get back, but it was just something I just thought of, so I can get some other people to test. I don't know. We didn't talk about this, that in 3 months this article was about a week ago. RD's traffic has dropped by 16%. Since November. Yeah.
Bunch of pussies.
Yeah. And I think that there's a lot of people not signing back up, and so it's just interesting, when people are so quick to give up, and that's up to you. Choices are choices are up to you.
Which is fine. It's like when all the APKs, BTV, Cinema HD, FlixVision, all that took out your novice and people who are new to Kodi. Took them out of the market. You know what? And ever since those APKs, movie and TV shows APKs, Kodi, since I've been using Kodi, has never run smoother than it has for years, the last few years. It's been great. It's been better than it's ever been. But no, Kodi sucks. Don't use it. Go away.
It's terrible.
Dead.
It's dead.
Kodi's dead.
Kodi's dead. Hey, this is Roger. We've had this discussion numerous times. About longevity of devices and how long these companies
especially
will maintain them. And Google here again has said that they're going to discontinue the Chromecast 4K and the Chromecast HD. So, and let's see, what's that? The one launched in 2020, and I think that's the 4K. I think was the one in 20. So all of those things done. They're going to no longer be adding or updating them. Mm-hmm.
And I think it was like a $50 device. The 4K.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
And it sucks. It's junk.
Yeah. And the thing about this, and you guys got to be careful. We talked about this a few weeks back about how long a company has to when is the end of life of a device, and that customers ought to be informed on the longevity of an item is at least going to be this long. So that is something that I want to say it was Congress was saying that, customers should be able to know that, hey, you're going to support this for at least 5 years. So if you invest in it, or however long it's be, at least people know when it at least a certain period of time. So yeah, if you've got one of these devices, don't expect any more updates. It's probably going to be where it is right now is where it's at, and it's going to work.
Yeah.
It's still going to do its stuff it's been doing, but don't expect it to be getting any later Android updates or bug fixes or stuff like that.
Or security fixes.
That too. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, the advantage of stuff like that, it's small versus like the Google streamer. You're going on a holiday or vacation or going to a buddy's house, you can just fit that in your pocket and take it along. Same with the Fire Stick.
Yeah.
So, why they killed both of them, but I guess they want to focus just on everybody buying the streamer till they come out with something new 2 years and kill the streamer.
Exactly. And again, Google is notorious for doing that. I mean, it's like, whatever the hot girl in school is, they're all about it. But as soon as somebody new comes along or a new project, they're like, forget the old stuff. We're moving on to the new. And I will give credit to NVIDIA and to Amazon for continuing to update older devices, not forcing you to get the newest device.
Right.
Yep.
So that is to speak for some companies. When people say, "Oh, is the Shield worth it?" and could you get a cheaper device? Sure, you can.
Yeah.
But could I get away with being cheaper? Yeah, you can. But the thing about it is, at least we know that they're going to support it, and you're going to get fixes, and you're going to get upgrades. So, it's up to you.
Well, no,
I wouldn't buy anything fucking Google, to be honest. I would not buy anything Google. It's just
wasn't one of our topics, but just a quick discussion about the big Amazon release. They had their big presentation, and basically I was like, oh, maybe they're going to announce. Oh, okay, maybe they're going to announce some new devices. Okay, now they're going to use that Vega OS, and Fire Sticks. Here's new Fire Sticks. Big fucking event. $20 for fucking AI powered Alexa Plus. Okay. Yeah. But if you have a Prime account, it comes free.
Which I do.
So, I can get a Prime account for $14 a month. Or if I don't want a Prime account, I can just pay $20 and then get this Alexa Plus.
So that's think about it. That's $240 a year.
Yeah.
That it would cost you if you didn't have Prime. And what's it, $130, $140? I think it had it in here. $139 right now. Now, expect it to go up before the end of the year. So $140 is what you're paying per year. But if you don't have that, $20 a month. I mean, and again, right now we're only looking at it being in certain devices. So they're not. This is not coming on the Fire Sticks. So don't be looking for it to be on your Cube right now. But so they're basically saying some of the Echo shows, 8, 10, 15, and 21.
You have one of those, right, Todd?
Yeah. Actually, I have. We have the 15. I think is in the kitchen, and I have a couple 10s because when I was in the States and Blue was here, we used to turn them on and just set it there. So and even if we weren't talking like to each other, we'd actually mute it or mute. I would mute myself, she would mute her, and we would be watching TV. But if I just hit the unmute, and then I could talk, so it was like sitting on the couch with her. So those are really nice. But they're also going to have a new interface is coming out on the Echo Show 15 and 21s. Now the 15 and 21s, those are the big. Like a picture frame one. And again, like we have one in the kitchen. We have not got the update yet. I haven't seen that yet. The new interface.
Well, if it lets you side load, I might buy one of them.
No.
Won't. Nope. Tried. Tried.
No, I meant the update.
Side load the update. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll wait. I mean, we'll see whenever it pops up. But I know that I'm not a super fan of the 15's the UI. So hopefully with this, it might look a little better, a little bit easier. to give me more information and to be able to open up certain apps. Like if you have all of your, because she uses it to watch, like if she's watching a Netflix show in there, or Plex, because I think Plex works on there. Kodi does not work on there. And then, you know, if she's watching a TV show or a movie while she's cooking and has it on, or her recipes, like you can hit the browser and we have Copy Me That, which is a website that can store all of your recipes. She can go right to that and there's a recipe right listed on the screen. So, you know, I mean, it was kind of a neat thing. She thought when she ordered it, you were able to sideload Kodi on that, but then they did an update and closed that back door.
I mean, so, my favorite Amazon device is my Fire Tablet 10.
Yeah, I like mine too.
And I can just sideload whatever the hell I want on there.
Yep.
And then I have an old first gen Amazon Fire Stick remote that I use to control, you know, TV Mate or scrolling whatever I'm on. I mean, that's what Jason, Big Daddy Spider, he hangs out with us. He was talking one day, oh, get another TV Mate. I said, dude, find an old Amazon remote, pair it to your tablet, it'll work great. And he's like, come back a couple of days later, he goes, it does, it works fucking awesome. I'm going, hell yeah. It's, you know, for the price of what you want to do with it, I have
they're great.
Have a terabyte micro SD card in it. So
I just remembered Epic Gaming Mobile, which I didn't even know existed until about 2 weeks ago, is giving away Knights of the Old Republic and Knights of the Old Republic 2 for Android.
The Star Wars.
Those are two kick-ass Star Wars games, both free on Epic Mobile Gaming. So I think it's until March, middle of March, I think. But grab them before they go away.
So yeah, here you're talking about right here.
Yep, yeah, both of those. They're free.
Nice.
They're great games. They're hours of fun. If you've never played them, they're great.
Okay, I've never played that. And it doesn't hurt to go ahead and to be honest, like there's quite a few gaming. Epic is one, and then I know Steam, and there's another one that give away games.
I got 200
like
games from the Epic Store. Yeah, I mean, I've been getting free games every week for 3 or 4 years now.
And it doesn't hurt if you go and just get it. Like now, you don't have to download it right then. You basically just add it to your library, and then it's in there. And at some point, when you decide you want to play it, you just click to download, and it will install. But yeah, you can create that library, and sometimes they only run them for a few days on for free. But yeah, there's a couple sites. I know Skulls usually sends me links to it, and I just cannot. There's another one, Steam, Epic, and then there's another one that usually gives away some games. Some of them are stupid, to be honest. There are some stupid games. But
Amazon gives away free games there if you're a Prime member.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that Amazon was going to get rid of some of that stuff off theirs, but I can't remember. So, let's see, DirecTV. So
Twitch.
This is
Twitch gives you games,
Twitch.
Todd.
Okay, Twitch. What's it? Twitch gives you? No, that's just
they're hooked in with Amazon, so they give free games all the time on Twitch.
Oh, all right. This DirecTV is going to be launching and offering some smaller packages. Now, this ties back to the agreement that DirecTV was able to force Disney to the table on back, what was it, about 5 months ago, when a bunch of Disney's products, their channels were removed from DirecTV because DirecTV said they weren't willing to pay what Disney wanted. And through this negotiation, what they were able to do was DirecTV did pay, but DirecTV is now able to customize smaller packages, because prior you did DirecTV and cable companies could not create these smaller packages, but now they can. So got some of the packages here. Here's one that's $35 a month. Comes with 40 channels along with Disney Plus, Hulu, and Max, which are probably the
Not a bad deal. Too bad
No.
DirecTV.
Yeah, exactly. But for a person that's not looking to be a cord cutter like us, that just needs, hey, simplicity, just trying to save money, this is a good thing for people. And again, we're going to see a lot of cable companies doing the same thing, because once DirecTV kind of broke open the door on this, Disney has to offer that same deal with others.
Right.
And if people that may not know, Disney owns ESPN, Disney owns ABC, Disney owns hundreds of channels and hundreds of stations around the country. So they have a lot of clout and a lot of pull. And so some of these smaller packages, because DirecTV is losing people every month. I mean, every month people are getting away from it. And same thing happened to Comcast and Xfinity and every other cable company. They're losing people. So they're trying to figure out ways, how can we hold on to some of these people, because people are frustrated with the price, because these cable companies, satellite companies are saying, hey, it's $100 to $150 a month just for TV. And people are like, I'm not paying that. So this one here is the My Entertainment package. That's the one we mentioned there. $35, 40 channels. Let me see if I can get this a little bit bigger. $35 a month, and it has a few. You can see some of the channels that it has in it. For My News, so that's $40 a month. This is looking at making for some of our older family members and friends that are like, I gotta have the news. I don't care about nothing else. This is going to give you your CNNs, your CNBC, your Fox News, your MSNBC, and MSNBC, targeting towards those people that are caring about the news. If you're a person that is a Spanish speaking family, here it is, a $35 package that is 60 Spanish language channels, including ESPN, and a number of other channels. So if you're a person or a family that needs or wants to have Spanish spoken channels, $35 a month. My Sports. So here's DirecTV jumping at that sports only package. Looking at $70 a month.
Yeah.
See, sports, they always get you because they
Yeah,
know that
sports
guys, or I shouldn't say guys, because there are a lot of women that like sports too. But for sports fans, they know they'll pay. And kind of like Apple does. Apple knows those people are going to pay. So we can charge whatever because we know you're going to pay. So a sports package, ESPN offers 25 channels. ACC network, which is kind of like with the ESPN packages, usually TNT, USA, Major League Sports. So again, $70 a month. If you're a person that you don't care about all that other entertainment, you're not watching TLC or History Channel, you don't care about that stuff, but you care about sports, here's your sports package. So here's some other ones, some mini ones, so even smaller packages. So $10 a month, My Cinema. That's available for My Entertainment, My News, My Sports subscribers, 7 channels of classic films. So this is going to be those Turner classics, those really old channels. So if you have a family member that's real old, or I shouldn't say real old, an elderly family member, $10 a month is going to get them those kind of things.
But they won't even get a news channel, will they?
Well, no, they would not get the news channel. Now, I guess
rabbit ears.
Well, I guess I wonder. I'm guessing you could maybe package the news $40 a month in the cinema, 10
That's
$10
how they
bucks, so
get
you're
you.
at 50.
For another
You're back
50
at
bucks,
50.
you know?
Maybe, but again, most of
Not
these
100.
people are not. I mean, how
Sure.
many family members have cable TV? I have family members with cable TV, and every one of them's paying close
Mhm.
to $150 a month.
Right.
Yeah.
$150, especially the sports people. The
The
people,
ones that are close to me, they get TV like I get TV.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. But well, so we're always looking out for, because I do know that some people, when we do our cord cutting talks in software we use and applications that we use and the steps that
Yeah.
we're familiar with,
Oh,
when I talk to some family members, they're like, that's too much, that's too confusing for me.
Yeah, there's some hand holding that goes on for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, when I made the commitment, this goes back many years. I was like, okay, before I actually cut the cable, let's try it for a year. So what I did, I still had my cable, but then I relied watching everything do the various ways we do it now.
Yeah.
After 6 months test, and I had no problem. I
Yeah.
said, okay, this experiment is ended. Hello, Cox, fuck off.
Yeah, I did the same, and that's a great technique to use. I used it with my ex. We would I was dabbling and doing all my things, and I said we need to cut the cord, and she's like no, and I'm like so I said give me a month, let's just try it a month, and let's just pretend we don't have cable TV for a month. We only rely on the apps that I'm using. And within, I think it was 2 weeks into it, maybe 3 weeks into it, she says, yeah, go ahead and return the cable box. We don't need it. And when I went, I had, that was at Time Warner. When I took my box into them, they offered me deal after deal
Oh, hell yeah.
for me to keep the box, and offered me the deal of, hey, keep the box. We will lower your monthly rate. And for a year, you will basically get cable TV for free. You're just paying for the internet. And I said, no. And she's like, why would you not want cable TV for free? Because we're giving it to you for the same price. I said, that's because I got to come back here next year when you go up on my rates, and I got to argue this same case. I said, you know what? I said, I'm
Stupid
done.
box.
I'm done.
And you got to pay him for that stupid box too.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Well, and
Yeah.
right now, like you're 100% right on, because we've talked about that in the show.
Mhm.
It's all those fees, the remote. I mean, how many cable companies? Oh, you want a remote? Oh, well, the remote's $3 a month or $5 a month. Oh, you want an extra box? Oh, well, that's going to be extra much. Or hey, this
and we got to get someone to come in and run a wire.
Yeah.
Well, that's
it's
okay. What we were talking about, before the show, my potential relocation, having a conversation with my brother. Oh, go this, okay, you got that? Yes, okay, so you can get your cable and everything, get a package deal. I was like, who the fuck are you talking to about getting cable? And he's like, oh yeah, I forgot.
I forgot who I'm talking to.
Wait till they come over and watch you using it. You know what I mean? The way it's supposed to be used.
When I go up there to visit, and I'll sit there, and especially last time when I was up there in August, so there was football season on, okay, and then my nieces and them had to come down because they're cord cutters, but they don't want to go the route that I'm going, so they had to come down and watch the show. So I have the game on that they wanted to watch, along with 6 other games going on, and they would just stroll by, peek their head in the bedroom. Oh, what's the score of that game? Oh, really? I'm like, I can show you how to do it. It's real easy. So, I mean, I converted 4. I converted all my nieces and nephew when I was up there, but I got my older siblings who are just, in that demographic, and they're used to clicking the channel 4, they want channel 4. You know, they know what's on channel 4.
Yep.
So
Yep. Sometimes it's just it is too much for a lot of people, which is it's fair, fine. Because you know, for us, when we talk about this stuff, we give lots of options, and we don't use every single option when we talk about it on the show. Some of us use different ones, and you find what works for you, what fits your needs, as well as what makes sense to you, because it doesn't always make sense to people. I mean, I've got family members when they'll call me up and like, oh, nothing's working, and I'll be on the phone with them for just a couple, 3-4 minutes, and I'm like, do this, boom. Oh, okay, is that all I had to do? And it's working. Yeah, it's working again. So what's common sense for us is definitely not common sense or
Yeah, that's the thing. We
easy
were
for
born
everybody.
at the right time in history when computers were just starting, and all of us took to them like ducks to water. And
Yep.
a lot of people
100%.
didn't, you know.
Yep. So yeah. But again, if you're a person that you have a family member that has DirecTV and you're looking out for them and you're trying to help them, seriously take a look at the new packages that are coming out and narrow down what is important to them. Now they're always going to say, well, I need this, I need this. Do you need all those? You know, do you watch those channels? So I do think this is a good thing for the end user. I think that this is a definite in a direction to maintain a lot of customers. And again, this is going to be for cable TV too. Now, DirecTV has launched this, but you're going to see the same thing that cable TV probably. I'm assuming the cable. I would assume that these cable companies have to wait until they work their new contract with Disney.
I would imagine.
yeah,
Because I think because DirecTV locked this deal in, but those other companies are going to be offered the same thing, because you can't offer one company one thing and then another
Right.
company something else. That's so.
Right.
Since Disney offered us to DirecTV, they're going to have to offer the same thing to Xfinity and to Comcast and to Spectrum, and you know. But you have to wait till their contracts renew, and then that's probably when these other cable companies will be able to. Huh?
Disney's out to screw them. You know, it's like, yeah,
Well,
hey, you got it for a
Disney's-
year, and now we're gonna bump you up to the real price. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
it's madness. So that's why I would never go to anyone I know and say, here, you know, get DirecTV. You know what? I'm not going to tell you to get anything because you don't want to listen to me, you know, and so you're going to be stuck. You're going to be stuck paying, you know, because I'm not sitting there, you know, trying to rip them off. You know, yeah, this is what it is, and you know, you can have everything.
Yeah. Well, and again, it's
You can only lead a horse to
for
water.
everybody. It's not ready for everybody, and if someone's not willing to, it's you know, you can't learn it or don't want to learn it. That's cool.
But they're learning. But that's what I don't get, because they are learning things that the cable company is just forcing on them. You know, like I know if I go to someone's house and I look at their cable box, it's got all kinds of gadgets and games and you know, YouTube and all that stuff. You know, so go figure.
Yeah.
Go figure. You want to pay that money.
Beach will probably be interested. Well, it brought this up to us in Auburn.
Yeah.
What you guys think? We got Tough Man tonight and tomorrow, correct?
Tonight and tomorrow, correct?
Or is it just tonight?
No, tonight and tomorrow.
Tonight.
Okay. And they offered it's going to be actually on a website, like legit website.
Yep.
So you guys are more knowledgeable about this particular what they're doing here. Do you want to?
All right. Well, Metro News. It's a West Virginia based like online site. Basically, if you don't have like IPTV, we're talking to you, and you hear us talk about all the time about Tough Man. So what you can do is I'll get Todd to post the link in the side chat in YouTube. And then all you have to do is just basically click on the link, give them one of your burner email accounts, and you can log in there and you can watch the live fight tonight. They have other sporting events that are like high school sports and everything that are located in West Virginia. But they have replays of several seasons of Tough Man on there, but they have commercials integrated in the rebroadcast of them. And they also edit out the ring girls, I guess, because they're,
Do they really?
Yeah.
Wow, man, that's jacked up.
Yeah. But like I said, if you guys hear us talk about it all the time, there's something you can click on, sign up, take you 2 minutes, and just go to live and scroll down, and you'll see Tough Man. It's taking place in Millwood, a population about like 500 people or so. So probably about the whole town's going to be there.
It is fun to watch, and it is. We enjoy it. We laugh about it. It's watching, 80 guys.
It's not a real combat sport. There's people hitting each other, but it's not a combat sport.
I mean, it's haymaker after haymaker and
always going for the head.
It is fun. It is fun to watch, but it is neat that for someone that doesn't have an IPTV account or anything like that, if you wanted to watch it tonight, it will be available on Metro News. And it just got added. This is they talked about this on the last fights, that it would be the broadcast premiere of Tough Man on this site. So if you're a person that wants to check it out, it's free. And again, fights are on tomorrow and tonight, starting at 7:00.
And if you listen real carefully, you'll hear maybe we might get another shout out in there. And we'll
have to see, because he's fighting tonight.
That's
Trey's
right.
fighting.
Yeah.
So he may not be, because usually I can message Trey and get.
He fighting tonight or tomorrow night?
I thought he said he was fighting on Friday night. I thought they said that there were going to be special pro fights on Friday and Saturday.
All right.
I'd have to look. I thought it was Friday, but I could be mistaken. But
It's your Facebook buddies with them.
Yeah, I just know so many people. No, I'm just. I was one of the few that was willing to. I was willing to use my Facebook account, and the rest of my group was like, "No, you go ahead and do it, Todd. I don't want to use mine." So you got that. Any other events before we do the spin of the wheel that are going on this weekend?
We have the UFC fight night tomorrow. Kate versus Alabama. Who was it?
Almabayev.
Yeah. It's going to be in Vegas, and the prelims are at 4 p.m. and the main card is at 7 p.m.
Whole bunch of nobodies.
No, I think there might be a fight or two in there that'd be good. Well, everything in the prelims have always been good. The early
prelims look better than the main card, actually.
Yeah. The BKFC fight night tonight, and they're going to be in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and that starts at 9 p.m.
Cool.
Yeah, so that should be it with that. Then we're gonna go for the wheel.
Let's do it. All right. So the wheel
for next week, March 7th, and the wheel consists of Andrew is in green with Flo. I'm in purple with the Fire Inside. Dabs is in red with Wolfman.
No, Companion.
No. Oh, you changed it?
Yeah.
When did you change it?
I changed it last week.
It's the Companion. You changed it to Companion.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
Okay. Eddie is in gray with the Great Escaper. Roger is in orange with Beetlejuice.
You have to
And
change that.
yes, please, because I really don't want to watch that movie. I really don't. If there's a movie, I say I just it's not that I can't even pick the time of day when I think I would be ready to watch that movie.
Oh, it isn't as bad as everybody made it out to be.
It's not.
No, I understand that, but it's just something about it and me just don't go.
Well, there's
I don't.
aspects I didn't like. There was definitely some things I didn't like about it, but
And Jay, what was it you had?
then music.
Oh, music by John
Music
Williams.
by John Williams. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, why didn't you do the Bob Dylan one that dropped?
Because
God,
I watched
I
the
don't want to
Bob
watch
Dylan
that.
one. Because I watched it.
Oh, you
Oh.
watched it?
All right,
Yeah.
we'll go ahead and let's spin.
Okay.
What do we got to watch next week?
Please
Come
don't
on,
wait on me.
companion. Come
Please
on,
don't wait. Thank
companion.
you.
Oh no,
Oh
it's
my
gonna
God,
go
it's going to be Flow.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Fuck me.
Cartoon.
No.
I don't think there's any dialogue in this movie.
No, there's
No.
none.
No, none.
All right.
Oh boy.
Fucking
Thanks, Andrew.
Thanks, Andrew.
Okay. All right. Well, Andrew says he doesn't. He don't get enough picks. So look at there. He got
Yeah.
it. All right. So we have to watch Flow for next week, which that's the
You
Black
gotta
Cat
actually fucking
thing.
watch it because there's no fucking dialogue.
You guys are hateful. All right. So we got to watch that for next week, and we're gonna go ahead and crank into our the player pass aspect of the show. Let's see, and there we go. Here we go. Let's get going, guys. All right, I didn't mean to. We didn't really have any. I didn't see nothing starred over there that anybody had questions.
No, I really didn't.
All right, I didn't. Usually you have them starred, so I didn't see nothing. I was thinking, oh, I hope I didn't step on somebody's toes. So this is the part of the show we go into play or pass, which is going to be our movie review. This movie was Dave's pick, and he chose this, and this is what we had to watch this week. So we're going to go ahead and talk about this movie. If you've not seen this movie and you don't want spoiler alerts, well, then you probably need to turn it off. But we're going to talk about what our thoughts are on this. And if you've watched this movie and you guys are over in the side chat, please post your thoughts and comments as we're going, because we'll throw those up on the screen. But only post if you've seen it. We don't want people saying, well, I heard it sucked. Well, you know what? Come back to us when you actually watch the movie. I respect people's opinion, but I respect it when you actually have seen the movie, instead of just reading what somebody's posts are. So Gorge, it's only been out for a couple weeks. So
What? Didn't suck.
No.
You there?
Okay. All right. It was my pick. Why did I pick this movie? Because out of the probably other 20 movies I watched, this was the best out of the horde of horrible ones out there. I mean, it's just finding what I consider a good movie anymore is really few and far between. And was it great? No, it wasn't great, but I enjoyed it. It was nice, some action and stuff. It was like, put it this way, once I knew he's going to be locked up in that tower for a year without any contact. The first time he saw that girl in the binoculars, his ass was going to be making it over there somehow.
Figure out some way.
If he had to put rockets like Evel Knievel trying to jump the Snake River to get over there so he could get some. But I knew he's going to get over there and try to get himself some.
This movie suffered from trying to be everything. I mean, was it a spy thriller? Was it a fucking zombie movie?
It was
a rom-com?
It was everything.
It was
and nothing. It was everything and nothing at the same fucking time.
Yeah. But I mean, It wasn't bad.
Her accent fell off every third line. She
Yeah.
was English every third line, which drove me fucking batshit. The lighting was fucking horrible in this movie. I don't know where they think red lights come in naturally on planet Earth, but they fucking don't. There's no.
It was a
red
cloud. What are you talking about? It was the fog.
light. Yeah,
Yeah.
red
The
fog.
toxic fog.
Yeah.
Mhm. That's what it was.
And it was just shot so dark. There were so many scenes that you couldn't really tell what was going on in a bright room, you know. The dialogue was bad. The script was bad. The cinematography was bad. It was not good.
I don't know. I don't know about bad. I mean, I don't know. I thought I liked the little love story. I think they could have, you know, for me, the sex scene could have been a little bit more,
Longer.
you know, a little bit more to it. But you know, that's me being me. But you know, they're probably not trying to. They were trying to keep it from being a R-rated movie. But I mean, to me, she's pretty. But she's pretty in a weird way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her
I-
eyes
it's-
are
Guys.
Yeah, it's something about her. It's like, oh, she's kind of off, but not. I don't know. It's
Mhm.
you know, one if you get looking at her, she does have a sexy look, but then just weird. It's like, why is she so pretty? You know, usually a model, you can like, oh, she's pretty because of bop. This one, yeah, but yeah, I would have made my way across the guard.
Mhm. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It's up there for a year.
And it did. I will say, it did look pretty. There was some really things came out really good in 3D, like when they did the big long shots, like the guard towers and everything at the gorge. Those in 3D looked awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it really looked cool. Certain parts of it. So that was a nice addition to the movie.
It could have been
I mean,
40 minutes.
I like the zombies, or I don't want to say zombies, the mutants. I liked those. I thought they were pretty neat looking with the way that you know, the ground around them or the trees and stuff, they became all kind of mutated together. I thought that was cool. And I thought that it had a couple jump scares. In Roger's 100% right, because it is a lot of I mean, it's a love story. It's about the government trying to hide shit. It's about messing with nature. It's a thriller. It's an action. It's so many things. But I didn't mind that because I felt like, to me, they did a good job on it. I thought they did a good job on it. Is it Academy Award winner? No, but it held my attention enough. It had a couple jump scares where things happened. I'm like, whoa. And I like that because most movies, even the horror movies, I've watched several horror movies over the last week, and I'm talking no jump scares, like nothing that made me.
They're bad.
Kind of,
all the latest horror movies are horrible.
So at least this, it wasn't labeled a horror movie, but it had a little bit of it. So it had, to me, I enjoyed the little bit of, and I liked how it tied into the, you know, the people that had already been down there. And, you know, because I was like, well, where do these horses come from? And why? And then come to find out, you know, it's, you know, mutated from that, the
original
toxic shit that's going on down there that they created. And how about with that tree, when that guy was in the tree upside down, and all of a sudden the tree, it became a caterpillar. You think it's a branch, and all of a sudden it starts coming down, and he shoots it and falls in the ground, and then the tree tries to eat him. I was like, oh, that's neat. I mean, I wasn't scared for him, but I mean, that was neat how everything in that area had mutated and became almost like you're on another planet. So I kind of like that. I mean, the one thing I didn't believe is the whole we're going to get away however many kilometers before the thing goes off. I mean, those are the those.
Right.
So I have to. Those are the only parts I'm like, I could have had a different way of doing that because nobody's running 20 kilometers in the time to before the bomb goes off. You're not getting there.
And
That was the only aspect I kind of hate.
I had a problem right off the get because that girl makes a fucking 3,000 yard shot without a tripod on her fucking gun. So yeah, fuck off. That's not happening.
Yeah, that's where she shot the guy coming out of the plane.
Yeah, without a tripod. Yeah, she did from the shoulder. Sure, she did. Yep, that happens every day.
My issue with this, and I love every movie, and I still like this movie a lot, but to be dropped in a place that you have no idea where the hell you are, and for two people to make it out of there, no one said, okay, how far they had to travel. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought that was insane.
Yeah.
That, that she was able to do that. Both of them were able to do that.
Yeah. Both of them got out.
I can't understand
they were able
how. They had nothing. They had nothing. How you didn't even have a compass.
And he gets out after the government tries to fuck him over, and he takes another contract with the government to get the world record headshot. Come on now.
Oh man, but I like the movie though.
I did not.
I like the music. For what we have out there to watch, I thought it was a good movie.
Had it been 40 minutes shorter, maybe.
I don't look at time. When I'm watching something, if I like it, I like it. That's why I want to watch that.
I look at the clock every 25 minutes to see how much longer is in this motherfucker, and there was too much left in this motherfucker every time I looked.
Well, and it was weird how you see how this stuff that's growing and how everything had mutated, and it reminded me of like Aliens. Remember how in the Aliens, in the ship, everything had kind of mutated and become part of the walls and stuff. Is that Andrew jumping in?
Yep, it is. Oh, I thought he was still out on holiday.
Hello.
Hey, we get to bitch in person about Flow being a movie for next week.
Yeah. Oh, yay. Get in. Excellent stuff.
Yeah.
Well, did you watch this movie? Did you watch this movie, Andrew?
I did. I got home and I had some stuff to do, and then I just got it finished before streaming had started. I actually liked it. It was pretty good. It felt like multiple movies in one. It was like a mixture between The Last of Us, Resident Evil, and there was something else in my head, but I forgot what it is now. But it was really
Resident Evil's that's a good call because yes, when you say Resident Evil,
and I Am Legend type stuff.
Yeah.
So it was interesting. It just it felt like two movies in one. Like there was the bit where they're both on the opposite ends of the gorge, and then then when they went into the gorge, it was like a whole different movie.
Yeah.
But it's still pretty good.
Yeah.
Like Sigourney Weaver being a bad guy.
Yeah. She was a.
I don't understand is how is it that none of the Russians had anything to do with all of this going on? You know what I mean? The American side, they knew what was going on and they sent them out.
Yeah, they never showed the other side of the equation, did they? They just showed the American side of the story.
Right. Yeah, well, there was when they were down in the gorge and they were talking about soldiers. She had mentioned that she had seen Russian soldiers in there. She recognized them by name and uniforms. That they were wearing the American guy they saw. The name was Shaw or something. But
yeah,
he
was the guy on the.
Well, I mean, that's the other thing. I know that we're watching last night on the western side. They have to have a still You know, they're making their own vodka, while the Russians over there, they're at a fully stocked bar. They got bottles of vodka,
Right.
like champagne and all that shit. You know. So
Hot
Yeah.
bitches.
Mhm.
Music. She had all the
Yeah, she
albums.
had
Yeah.
an album.
Yeah.
yeah, so you please take care of the garden. I think you picked like
Yeah.
6 cherry tomatoes
Yeah.
out of that massive garden.
I'm surprised. I was expecting him to like bump into the British guy's body. You know, the guy
Yeah.
that he swapped with.
Yeah, I thought that too. Once they started going through the woods, that he would find his body, like when he was out hunting or something.
Well, that was kind of messed up too, because it's like, the guy lasted a year, working in that remote place for a year, and they're like, oh well, hey, I just need to, and he's flying, he's hooked to that helicopter. He's like, just want to make sure that who you are, yeah, I'm so, yeah, okay, all right, thank you, click, pop,
Yeah.
cut the rope.
Yeah, they're like, for fuck's sake, he's still alive.
Yeah, and to me, I would have. I thought when you first start seeing those things scale the walls was pretty cool. Because you couldn't figure out what they were. They were skeleton-y looking and scaling that, that straight wall. And how it said that the flat part was where things would actually do it because the gunners, the automated guns would take it out. I liked it when it was you to see those tracers and there's like,
Yeah.
I thought that was cool, and I'm thinking, and
Yeah, and
restock all them a lot of ammunition.
Yeah, and it wasn't like nothing was like a mystery. Everything was quite clearly explained. Like even when like the little drone came up when he's on the putting the mines back on, like you're like, what the hell's this? And then like obviously when they get down there, you find out what it is and what it was there for. So like everything was like quite clearly explained, and it wasn't too complicated. Oh,
The one thing I had an issue with is, when they're having the big zombie firefight between the two towers and everything. So one of the hollow men makes it all the way to the top of the tower and basically grabs her.
Yeah.
Okay. I have no problem with them being able to scale that wall, but a smooth tower with no handhold or grab hold.
How'd they get by the minigun?
Well, yeah.
Well, the miniguns weren't the miniguns. He said they were on the outer side, and then so they expected these folks to take care of the middle part, and that's why they had those mines.
Right.
But they said that on the outer parts, the miniguns would automatically take them out, because he says you only got to worry really about the middle part. He says the
the automated miniguns were pretty useless because they were already on top of them by the time they even started shooting.
Yeah.
But it's one thing I pointed out to AUBYN last night. I'm like, look, AUBYN, they're actually reloading. When they're down, I'm out, reloading. So that was a nice break from normal movies where they have endless bullets.
True.
But like I said, there's such slim pickings out there of what I think is a good movie.
I've shut more movies off in the first 20 minutes here recently than I have in ever.
Yep.
Oh, so it was filmed where they did 1917.
County Durham.
Huh.
Very close to me.
So those weren't hollow men, they were just a bunch of drunk Scots.
No, they were Sunderland, probably Sunderland fans.
Sunderland fans. All of them mad.
Oh,
But overall, pretty decent movie for obviously not having like.
Yeah, when you talk about when you mention that Resident Evil, then that clicks. That's a good analogy because it did when you say that it did have that feel. And the only reason I can really think about that is because Blue was watching. She watched every Resident Evil. Just 2 weeks ago, she got like watched one, and then once she watches one, it's like, oh, I gotta watch the next one. Oh, I gotta watch the next one. And, then it's like, oh, why? I'm like, I'm going downstairs. I can't watch Mom. Here's the love scene that just over too quick.
Yeah,
because I don't know. I'd have found my way across it. Because think about it, he had nothing, so she got better looking every day.
Damn right.
After about 3 months of that, that is fine.
So this way.
I want to know how far was that distance? Because you're gonna tell me they couldn't scream anything across each other?
That was pretty damn far.
That far?
Yeah, how did he? I did think like, how did he know how much like wire he needed when he shot over the first time?
He's a damn marksman. What are you talking about? That guy can look and tell you how far that is. He's a marksman.
You know how much that fucking cable would weigh?
3,500 millimeter.
Sniper does have like the thing on it, I guess, the range on it.
No.
No. When he shot with a rocket launcher.
Oh, and then she shoots hers when they get back up the other side, and it just conveniently just latches onto a tree.
Yeah.
That seems fine. I'll just slide back over. No
This whole movie is one big plot armor after plot armor after plot armor.
Well, hey, figure you locked up in that tower. Your options are her across this thing or one of these stick people. And I don't care about getting splinters in my, give a whole new meaning to the word. I got wood.
I think she's quite attractive.
Yeah, she's
There's
pretty.
just something about her. I mean, I don't know.
A little bit skinny. Got pretty eyes.
Yeah.
It's something.
I mean,
I
liked her since she was in that chess movie.
Yeah.
What the hell
She was in that.
Queen Gambit.
Queen's Gambit. Yeah.
Gambit.
Gambit.
Wasn't she also in Last Night in Soho?
Yeah, and she was in that one with oh God, we watched it. Where she was the Northman. The Northman, I think, was in.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the Northman.
I like Jim. Look at, he had been without a woman so long. That's why the love scene was so quick.
Sorry, Jim.
I see. That's what I liked about this movie. It was very realistic.
Love it.
The only thing I did question was at the start is he wasn't that shocked that there was these friggin' skeletal bloody tree people climbing up things.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, you hear the monsters when the guy chucks the thing down, but you don't know what it is. You could explain it away as it's just some really bad big animals, but then these things come up and he sees them. It's not there's no sense of shock or afterwards, no question what the fuck were they or whatever. It's just all right, yeah, it's the goddamn stick people again.
Yeah.
Well, and some of those stick people could take a shot, because that one where he grabbed her foot, that was actually the first good jump scare, when he kind of grabbed her foot and she's pop 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 pop. I mean, it was 6-7 shots before I'm like, wait, I thought you were a marksman. That should be one headshot done.
Exactly. He's like, every time I answer the door, it's either a stick person or a goddamn Jehovah Witness.
Yeah.
Oh, good stuff, though. It is. It is what we get on that. I mean, let's see. So let's go ahead and we'll throw our votes out here, and then give us a few minutes to talk about any TV shows or suggestions that you guys have for some shows that people need to check out, since we don't talk about shows on here. And then we'll have time to be able to cut this off because of the tough man tonight. So We'll start with you, Mr. Andrew. What do you think of our movie, The Gorge? Is this a play or a pass for you?
It's a play for me.
It's a play. All right. Let's see. Mr. Dubbeach, what do you think? Play or pass for The Gorge?
Play. It's a play.
Oh, for the Gold Gapper. Got a play. Roger, what do you think about The Gorge?
I was going to give it a play, but then I remembered it sucks. So, yeah, give it a pass.
Then I remembered it sucks. All right, Big A, what you think?
Play for me.
A play. All right. Look, I see Jim said he voted over in Telegram. He gave it a play. Andrew Marshall, I see he gave it a play. I was looking through to see if there was some other people that gave it a play or a pass. All right. So, Redneck gives it a play. All right. Thank you, Red. All right, let's give it a second more for anybody to jump in with their thoughts on this, a play or a pass.
Eddie's
I know
on
me
here,
and the
but
wife
he'll
both
give
liked it.
Yeah, Eddie's not here. He'll give it a play because of the music.
Yeah, well, no, he gave it a soft play. He told me in Albany. He gave it a soft play. He said the music sucked except for the last song. He did say he liked the last song, he said, but that was the only one.
I love how Eddie just judges all his movie votes on whether it's got good music in it or not.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's Eddie.
He is consistent.
We know what you know what he's gonna like. So Mike gave it a play in Telegram. AUBYN, what are we looking at for play or pass for this one? What's in Telegram? What's it?
21 plays and 1 pass.
Oh,
Wonder who that one was.
Yep.
You know,
Rick.
All right.
Can't believe you
I
fucked
gave
like
my
that
movie
movie.
a pass. Wait
you're damn miserable, Roger.
Yeah, there you go. Wait till his movie's picked. I'm gonna hate it like I've never hated any of it.
I can't wait to get absolutely slaughtered next Friday.
Ugh.
I can't wait to get slaughtered in big screen.
Ugh.
Yeah, because we got your movie next week, which is Flow. So hold on, let me pull this up for people that may not know what the movie Flow is.
About a
It is
cat.
this. Here we go.
It's not
Anime.
just about a cat.
How long is it?
Only an hour and a half.
That's
With
good.
credits, so that's yeah.
It's got Oscar buzz.
Yes, it does.
was it
It
rated?
does have Oscar buzz. Nominated
yeah.
for 2 Oscars.
I bet it's a G rated, isn't it?
PG.
Oh, it's PG. Very good.
Yeah.
Can it have some cat?
I'll make it 3D. That might add something to it.
Mhm.
Can't hurt.
How many stars are there?
It's
Yeah.
I can't wait. I'm going to get so many apologies.
This was great.
Movie of the year.
Yeah, it does have a lot of.
I heard
lot of good
I heard it's
Mate,
good,
this is the last episode. We're not going to get any better.
No,
Oh
I
my
heard it's
God.
good. So.
I don't care how much if I like it, I will never say that. Especially any movie you've picked.
Well, no, I'm going to be in hysterics if you love it.
Yeah, well, you know,
I've
we've
never
had
seen it, so I might
movies,
hate it.
numerous
Easy.
times. There's been movies that we didn't want to watch, and then we watched it, and we're like, "Oh, yeah, that was
Mhm.
good."
Yeah.
So we all go into it. We may bitch and complain on the front end, but we
Yeah.
do give it a chance when we do watch it. When we're honest.
That Andrew was ready to slaughter Kneecap when I picked it.
Yeah.
Cap was good.
Yeah, Kneecap was good.
Well, everybody
So-
but AUBYN.
Like
Yeah.
me, yeah. And I tried to go back to it, and I just couldn't do it yet. I said no. I have to be in a real Irish mood, I guess. You know?
You gotta wait till St. Patrick's Day.
Yep, watch it on St. Patrick's Day.
Wait for.
All right. So let's toss out some TV
Shows?
shows that we may be checking out that we are enjoying that we would want to suggest to
Well,
folks?
I'll just quickly say before everybody else gets in on what years I've been watching.
Yeah.
We had one rainy day where the kids didn't want to do anything but stay in the lodge and go in the hot tub. So I took that opportunity and I watched the O.J. Simpson, the American Manhunt, O.J. Simpson on Netflix. And believe it or not, I never really like looked into the whole O.J. Simpson trial thing. So I never really knew the full story.
It was so massive here.
And watching it, and then watching it, it's crazy how much of a big deal it was, and the car chases.
Yeah.
It was must see TV.
It's
For weeks.
It's just really scary how it's so blatant that he was guilty and he got away with it.
Yeah. Yep.
It's absolutely madness.
It was
But
framed
then
by the
I always thought to myself, because obviously I had always heard he was guilty, but and I always wondered how he got away with it, and I just thought. Then when I watched it, and the whole focus of that trial was on that cop who had all the racist comments and stuff, and yes, but when you think about it, that was an ingenious move by the defense to bring race into it, especially when you got eight. When you got 8 black jurors as well, so
it's deflection.
And it didn't, and then obviously prosecution didn't help themselves when they brought the black prosecutor on, even though he did take it because he obviously knew he was guilty. But it just made, to everybody who supported Simpson, it just made the prosecution look like, oh well, they're just bringing this guy in because he's black.
Yeah. But there was a lot of, I don't know if I haven't watched this miniseries thing. But I don't know if at that time in LA there was so much race tension going on. So
it was right after Rodney King.
Yeah, there was race tension with the police and the black community, feeling the police are trying to, they're out to get them all the time. So there was a lot of other factors that played into the perfect storm for him to be able to be acquitted of this, because the glove don't fit.
Yeah,
you must.
They should have never had to try that on. Stupid.
Yeah.
Well, we started Reacher, the 3rd season.
Okay, finally. I like it.
It's good. I like it. At first, I was kind of confused. The first part of the episode, I was like, "There's."
I went back to watch the last of the season 2 because it's been so long. It felt like me. So I did that.
But you don't have to.
You don't have to. You don't need it. No,
because each story is separate, even though there's a couple characters that from other seasons. But you don't have to. It's not like I'm watching Severance on the 2nd season of that, where I did have to go back because I didn't finish the first season. Didn't realize I didn't finish it, and but yeah, Reacher, good story. I think I like Reacher because it's got the action, but it's got that little bit of edgy comedy. Yeah. His sarcasm
is funny.
It just is. I mean, it's not blatant comedy, but just that little bit. It's enough that that kind of keeps me going. I'm like, yeah, that's funny. That's a good line.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, he had some good ones. Yeah, I like Reacher. Anybody watch Zero Day?
No, not yet.
I'm in it.
Robert De Niro.
Oh, yep. 0 Day. Yeah, I finished it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, so did I. I didn't finish it yet, but I like it.
What's taking you so long? There's only like 6 episodes. I mean,
I know
one day.
Because I don't want to waste it, and I want to think about each episode, so that's why I watch something else.
No, screw that. Knock those puppies out one after the other.
I wish so bad we could go back to what we were used to,
No, screw that.
No.
One a week.
No.
I mean, that, yeah,
One
like
a week and
like the
Damn.
show we're watching now, Paradise, only
uh-huh.
releases once a week. It sucks. You know, I want them all at once.
Nope.
Me too. That's why I'm waiting on Severance season 2. I got 2 more weeks,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
then I'll watch them all.
Well, Jim
I mean-
posted House of David. I haven't watched House of David, which that actually looks like wasn't that the one where it's like David and Goliath?
Oh, was it? Okay.
I think that's.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
I'm pretty sure that's like because it's like David and Goliath. You see him standing there. I was looking to look. Let's see. It should be trending. It should be trending pretty high, I would think. Or maybe not. Huh. I would have thought. There it is. Yeah. Who's
Is that
to
a
see
real
Amazon?
X, or is it like a
Well, it doesn't look like a religious. It doesn't look like it's a religious thing.
no, I'm
but
not saying
tells the
religious
story
thing,
of
but
the biblical figure David.
is it like an animation type thing?
No.
Or is it, no?
Oh,
Okay.
it's live action.
Live action. Okay. All right. Check it out.
So a little bit of if you're curious and want to get a little Bible study in,
Mm-hmm.
turn it on.
What was it
But
called again?
it looks
The
interesting.
House of
and-
David.
House of David. Okay.
House of
House of
David.
David.
The one
I
I'm
might-
waiting
I might check.
for, it comes out it's early yet. I'm looking forward to this new Seth Rogen one that's going to be on Apple TV called The Studio, where basically he's the head chief of a studio. It's a comedy that he's written, so I'm hoping that's good. I need something funny to watch since all my funny shows have ended.
Mythic Quest just came back, Dave.
Vision Quest?
Mythic. With
Oh,
an M.
Mythic Quest. Oh. I don't think I've ever watched it.
Well, you'll enjoy that. You got 3 seasons to watch that.
Okay, I'll have to pull that up.
It's one of the guys from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Rob whatever.
Oh, McElhenney. Okay.
Yeah, him. Yeah, him. And let me think. There's probably nobody else that you'll know, but there are some that you'll like.
Right. All right.
Tan posted about The Pit. Said this
Yeah,
is good.
yeah, that's great.
I've heard it's good.
You might not like it, Rod, because it's like that medical drama type thing.
Yeah. See, I was a big ER fan.
Okay.
I mean, I did like Dr. Carter. You know, I
Uh-huh.
do like
Then
Noah
watch
Wiley a
it.
lot.
Then watch it. And you should
I
definitely-
haven't watched it because a lot of times the hospital shows are not my.
I know. I love them. I love
Man.
watching those hospital shows.
Well, hey, for me,
Firehouse shows.
as a break, I watched the episode of St. Dennis.
I didn't
Okay.
like it. Did you, Dave?
It was kind of what I expected it to be. You know,
To me, they were just like a try hard, just trying just too fucking hard to.
Right.
to-
yeah. Like I said, I watched a episode. Didn't say I watched any more, but I watched. I tried to branch out.
Yeah, I got 3 or 4 episodes in, and it's going to get picked up. So hopefully, it'll get more comfortable in the characters.
Mm-hmm.
Has anyone checked out that High Potential? Since
No.
you were talking about Rob McElhenney, this is the one that has the other girl from It's Always Sunny. What's her name?
Is that the one where it's she's
Caitlin
looking
Olsen.
through the?
Yeah, looking
Yeah,
through like
Blues
Yeah.
watch this.
yeah. I like it. I like her. I like
Yeah, it's okay.
Caitlin
I
Olsen.
mean, it's not really my thing. It's okay.
yeah.
I
I
like
can't say
George,
it's bad.
I like George and Mandy's first marriage.
Oh yeah, so do I. I really like that, and especially since they brought back the father.
Yeah, that was
you know,
awesome. Last
that
night,
was
yeah.
great. Yeah, that was really good. So, and I hope that they'll keep bringing them back.
I do
'cause
too.
it's the kind of thing that they can do, you
Yeah.
know, because of that, they're able to bring the mother back, and I don't know if we'll ever see, the brother or the sister, a sister I know we should see eventually one
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Roger, did you watch that? Start that new one, Extracted? It's
No.
it's
Oh,
a
yes.
you
Extracted
did start.
I thought you said
Okay.
Star Trek.
No, Extracted.
Yes. Yeah, I'm watching.
Okay.
I like it. It's good.
Yeah, so
It's a
do
great,
I.
great
Yeah,
concept.
yeah. I started that one. Talk about starting something, guys. I started watching because, like I said, I like these crime shows, cop things there, and I this is an older one from 2021 called Pretty Hard Cases. It's a Canadian show, and
I don't know that one.
I'm starting to like it. So I know I have a bunch of seasons to watch, which is
What is it?
it's like I said, it's
crime
crime
drama.
drama.
Cagney and Lacey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys wouldn't watch that, but I'm
Ixnay
not
on
talking to
the
anyone.
top. Okay.
Yeah, you guys wouldn't watch it. But what you should watch is 1,000 Blows.
Yeah, I was going to ask if anybody had watched that.
Oh,
yet.
I watched 2 episodes.
Yeah,
because I tried to
that
do them
just
in 2.
dropped.
Yeah,
That's
and
something.
I
recent.
really like it. I really like this one. They did a good job.
This looks good.
It is.
Oh, is that Stephen? What's his name? Stephen. The English guy. What the fuck is his name?
Stephen.
I don't even see him.
I
listed.
don't even see him in there.
Maybe guest star, but he's on the no. Why is he on the front?
Right. Huh. That's weird.
There it is.
There he is.
Was it
Stephen Graham?
Yeah.
Graham. He's good. I like him a lot. I'm watching Joe Schmo season 3. I don't know if you remember the Joe Schmo show or not, but they're doing it again, and it's funny as shit.
Okay. Joe Schmo.
It's a fake reality competition show that everybody's an actor except for one dude.
Oh God.
One dude thinks it's real.
That's like they did that other one with the thing in court.
Yep.
You know?
That got picked up for season 2 that's coming out soon,
did it?
too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What's the other one there?
All right. Hey, we want to get close. We got to wrap up here in a minute.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
We gotta...
Allegiance is another one that I started. Allegiance. And I like it. I like it. And
all right, guys, let's
okay.
I'm gonna close this here, stop that. Okay, so we'll go ahead and wrap it because we got Tough Man coming on in about 20 minutes, and Dave's got to prep up 14 different recording devices so that at least one will work.
I thought you said you're gonna say he was gonna prep up with Ugovi.
Oh my God. All right. Let's go ahead and wrap up this. So, Beach, anything you want to say before we head out of here, buddy?
I hope Flo isn't horrible.
Heard it's good.
Yeah, well, I've heard that a lot about a lot of fucking movies that have sucked.
What about you, Andrew? Anything you got to say before we head out of here?
Nope. No. I feel like Dave's really gonna enjoy Flo.
Yep. He's gonna have to eat his words.
I'm gonna be there to hear him tell us how good it is.
He's gonna say it didn't suck as bad as I thought it was gonna suck.
I thought so, Tan.
Yep. Roger, anything you got to say before we get out of here?
Like, subscribe, and share. That's it.
That's
That's
right.
all I have to say.
That's right.
That face. But do they do it? No.
Do I?
Do they do it?
Yeah, I don't know. I ain't worried about it. Well, we have the people that care about the show because we see them every single week, and you know what? That's what matters because that's the main thing. We get the same people we see all the time. We can rely on them to be here, and that's why we're in here every week doing this show. It's the same people. And that's what it's about.
They have to remember that they can come on anytime they want.
Yeah.
Hey, the door is always open for them.
Good point. And anybody wants to come on the show, you can hide behind an icon and give your thoughts and opinion. Our panel's always open.
Always.
And we welcome people to jump on here. Look at Tan. I'm not reliable. Hey, Tan shows up. You show up every week. Now you may not show up for the whole show, but you're here every week.
If we were reviewing porn every week, Dan would be on this show like a fly on a pile of warm shit.
He would be here early.
Boom.
Like the perfect student. Here early.
Want to talk about in-depth notes on a movie? There you go.
Our boy Tan. Oh yeah, we all know. We know him. But anything you want to say before we go?
Just thanks to everyone coming out. We'll see you next week. We'll discuss the movie Flow, and that's about it. Thanks for everyone coming out.
100%. If you have an Oculus, we've said this numerous times. You can join us when we're watching live streaming. We do have links down below that'll get you into our Oculus Streamers Telegram group, and from there, we can get you to the big screen where we'll do private showing the fights. And it's fun to hang out with us, bullshit, and get to know people on a personal level and just enjoy it and have a good time. And it's definitely worth it to grab yourself an Oculus if you can find one. You might even be able to find one on Facebook, Oculus 2 at a cheap price. So, thanks again to all the guys on the panel for being here every week, and you guys over in the side chat. And hey, streaming matters to us because streaming matters to you. And hey, we're out of here till next week.
Curtains falling on the screen. Hope you laughed and learned a bit. Have some fun and skip routine. Time to close this crazy shit. Thanks for tuning in, my friends. But it's time to say goodbye. Through the streams and download set. But now it's time for us to fly. Information, picked up tips and tricks to enjoy. But now we leave this online station. It's time to pack up every toy. Thanks for tuning in, my friends. But it's time for us to fly. Through the streams and download set, you can kiss my ass goodbye.